I am a Terran player for O Gaming. This is going to be my second episode for my Bronze/Silver to Masters series. The first episode got a lot of really good feedback, and people generally seemed to like it, so we're going to keep doing them. Last episode, we talked about a lot of the things that low-level players tend to do wrong. In particular, just the lack of low-level players having a plan. And we really saw where we were playing with with a plan, and our opponents weren't, and so we just kind of walked into their bases and just killed them with banshees. So it was kind of them having a poorly thought out plan, and us having a relatively well thought out plan. So if you want kind of a little bit more of a description on that and a little bit more in depth thoughts on that, then you can go check out the first episode that I did. I'll link it in an annotation somewhere on the video. So we will hop into a couple games. We might do 3 games. It depends on how quickly these games go. My puppy is squeaking his toy. There's one more thing I wanted to bring up before we really got into game. I don't remember. Oh well. I'm still not sure how I want to do this. If I want to be hopping around, doing do maybe one more episode of us in silver, and then off camera, while I'm not recording, going up to gold, and then kind of going from that point. Or if I just want to do every single game that I play on this account and record it. So if you have any input or any thoughts on that, feel free to leave a comment or something in the comments of the video. Man, I just cannot talk today. Okay, so TBZ on Akalon, pretty good map for a Terran player. Getting to a 5th base and beyond is a little bit tricky, but 4 bases are pretty darn easy to secure as Terran. But man, this guy's taking forever to load. Okay, there we go. So first time, but we haven't had to play against a Terran player. Am I muted on raid call? I'm not. So one of my teammates just got to hear me say that. View image. Whoops. There we go. Okay, I had to open up my build. Our SCV was a little bit delayed there, but it's not that big. Not a game-ending thing. Once again, we are only using one build in each matchup at this level. It's really important to be able to do at least one thing really well. Having 3 or 4 different builds at this level is not optimal. So we are just going to do just a Reaper build into an expand into some Hellions, and then move out with a stim medevac push. And all these builds will work at a Masters level. I've used all of these builds at some point or another in Masters League, so they're solid little builds, and also very capable of defending all-ins and the like. So we gas on 12. We gas on 12 just to be able to get this Reaper out a little bit faster instead of on 13. Reapers take significantly longer to build than Marines, so I think it's 50 seconds for a Reaper. 50 or 45 seconds? I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 45. We'll check here in a minute. But they just take a really long time to build, so getting this gas a little bit earlier in exchange for some minerals is okay. Because Reapers are cost the same as a Marine. We will also scout. A lot of Terran players don't like to scout with Reapers. I think it's with the SCV when they go Reaper. I think it's a good idea, just in case. Because if he does like a 10 pool or something weird, if our SCV scouts it, we're actually scouting the wrong path. But if we scout like a 10 pool, or like no hatchery here, which does happen even at Masters level, it's good to at least know about it. We just want to see if he has a hatch. His hatchery is a very funny timing, though. I'm not sure if this is like an early pool or what. Okay. Nothing too strange going on. The hatchery timing is very weird, though. We're just gonna send this guy home. Start our CC. And now we really want to keep these alive. These Reapers. They oh what? Okay. So this guy just doesn't really have a well thought out plan. He's gonna have he's not gonna have any sort of unit production for a while. Those evolution chambers are far too early. Get out of my base. But again, we just don't want to overextend with these Reapers. You know, just poke and see what's going on. This guy needs to try a little bit harder. Run those guys away. If we're doing something at home, we like right now we're dealing with a drone. We obviously don't want to be sending our Reaper to do battle with the queens and the drones while we're trying to, you know, deal with his drone. So just continue to macro up, just staying diligent with our SCV production, and I accidentally just canceled too many SCVs there. Oops. Whoa, buddy. Can't really deny those tumors right now. We want to keep this creep spread to a minimum, particularly on this map. Keeping this creep spread out of the third is very pivotal. Add on to reactors and gas. That second gas is a little bit late. That was a pretty bad mistake. The other beautiful thing about Reapers is that we saw that he was going gas, so we knew that he had the capability of going for a Roach All-In or something silly like that. But with the Reapers, you know, we could just confirm that, oh, he's going double Evo instead of like a Roach Horn. So just keeping. I don't think we've lost a unit yet, so we're just trying to kind of slow him down, just not overextend. These units right here and the next two Hellions that we're gonna have are very good at helping with timings and such. So keeping them alive just makes our timing attack that much stronger. Scanning to clean up the creep is perfectly acceptable, especially seeing as how we're gonna get like 2 active tumors. That is a lot of queens. So we know a lot of his minerals are going to his queens. Our stim was a little bit delayed, but as long as we keep him off of a third base and kind of keep his mineral income a little bit lower than ours, we'll be good. That is so many queens, dude. Chill out. This might be... He might try nidusing me. I'm just kind of thinking about what he might be doing with these. Because typically by this point we're going to see some sort of units. But all we've seen is queens. And they're going to be 1/1 queens. So this is kind of strange. He's also exceptionally blind. I think you might have actually seen these 2 Raxes, but oh, this third gas is late too. My gas timings are messed up really bad. And yet we have plenty of gas. Okay. So as soon as these 2 medevacs pop out, we're gonna go try and mess him up. You know, preferably gonna, you know, if he's trying to take a third, at least kill the third. If we can't, just outright kill him. If he does have a third and we, you know, our push doesn't do anything, you know, if he keeps his third alive and we don't kill a lot of drones, then we're gonna be in a bit of a pickle. But first we need to kind of find out what he's doing, because we're a little bit scared. Because the high number of queens is a little bit concerning. Meanwhile, just macroing back at home. God, so many queens. Chill out, dude. Clean up his creep. That is so many tumors. Nuts, man. Keep adding on stuff. It's like I'm playing against Destiny. So his entire army is Mass Queen, and I notice trying to go Mass Queen. GG. So again, that again was kind of a perfect example of, you know, our opponent trying to do something weird, and then we just go fucking kill him. Our opponent does something weird with a really strange unit composition and a really concerning build order to open up the game, and we just build units and go kill him. Because if, worst case scenario, he's doing some kind of really weird all-in, and he all-ins us in the process of us building units, and then we're okay, because we're going to have infrastructure to build units, and we're going to have a higher number of units than normal. So building units and attacking is always an okay decision. A random player. Whew. Random players are annoying, but his clan tag is Koala, so I'm okay with him. When we play against random players, particularly at such low levels, it's very likely that we're gonna see something strange. You know, like a like 2 racks in the middle of the map, or two gates in the middle of the map, or like a 6 pool, or just something strange. So again, all of our build orders that we're using are relatively safe builds. So in our TVT build order is a gas first build. Our TVP build order is a 12-12 build, and our TVZ build order is a 12-12 build. This SCV is a little bit too early, but we'll just put him at our ramp. So there's we're gonna open up 12-12, just because in case there's more likely of a chance that he's either Protoss or Zerg than he is Terran. It's like 2/3 of a chance. We're also going to scout a little bit early because we are playing the part of a silver player, and we want to figure out what he is so that our build order can be as optimal as possible. If I was Masters, if I was playing just on my own right now, I wouldn't do this, but for your guys' sake, I'll scout just so that we can know. Take our gas. A little bit of a misclick there. I accidentally clicked on an SCV that I didn't want to build the reactor with, or not the reactor, the gas geyser. I have to remind myself to slow down. One of my teammates offered the feedback of I should slow down my play so that it's a little bit easier for people to follow me, especially lower level players at this point. And I agreed with him. So it's strange because typically when I play by myself, I'm telling myself to play faster and play more efficiently. But now I'm trying to play slower, which is just like, it's a gross feeling. But we In Control actually had a really good little topic about that. I don't know why I sent that back to the mineral line. Where he said, if you want to be a faster player, you always should be in a sense of uncomfort. Like, you should never be comfortable with how slow you're playing. Play until you're going so fast that you feel uncomfortable, and do that until you no longer feel uncomfortable. So our buddy is Protoss. Let me find my Protoss build order. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was a 12-12 build. Okay. Let me do. We're gonna build that guy. We don't need to send this SCV out anymore, just because we know he's Protoss, so this SCV's done his job. We'll actually just leave him at the tower. Again, our Protoss buddy is random, so there could be, some random shenanigans going on. Whoa, buddy! Okay. So we're just gonna scout. The fact that he has 2 zealots right now is concerning. And a lot of gas, so he has a Stargate or a Twilight Council somewhere. Yeah. I think it's a Stargate. Our factory is a little bit late, because we've been kind of scared. We see that he's got 2 gases. I know this is a little bit meta, and a little bit high level for silver, but He's got 2 gases and 2 zealots. So he's spending that gas somewhere, or at least he should be. Again, it could just be him being a silver level player and not understanding how to properly mine. But we're just going to look around just to be safe. Oh, I missed that mule. And I'm supply blocked. Put a depot over here. Start a mine. Get our starport. Okay. The fact that I haven't seen anything within our vicinity of the base really makes me think it's DTs. So, if it was going to be a Stargate, I'm pretty sure we would have either seen it in his main base, or it would have been closer to us. You know, he's not going to put a Stargate down at the bottom of the map. Okay, we're gonna go push with this. This is part of the build. Pushing out with this first stuff. We're not gonna call down mules because we do think that there's a DT possibility. And although we will have turrets up in time to deal with it, we just don't want to get caught in the middle of the map with crud. You know, our army, and then subsequently lose it to DTs. This guy back at the turret. Oh, what is this? Okay, he's not going DTs. He does have quite a few units, so we're just gonna run home and start a bunker. That turret's actually in pretty bad position. Meanwhile, with this guy, we'll go scout. Oh, okay. Weird. Oh man, is this just like a 4-gate? Pull some more SCVs down to our natural. What? Okay. We've kind of ad-libbed this a little bit. But again, we're just trying to spend minerals where we can. Where's that medevac? Okay, so this guy actually doesn't have that bad of an idea. His idea was to just do it like a silly little attack that, you know, it almost killed us. But through the powers of being decent, I guess, we survived. Whoops. Send those guys down there. There is actually one thing that kind of happened in this game is we tried to use a lot of logic to dictate what our opponent was doing, and we saw, you know, oh, he's got a lot of gas, so he must be teching. But at this level, you know, things are not always as they appear. You know, that they would be at a higher level. Where is my T button? I just misclicked on T for like literally 4 times. We're dropping these mines just because we have them, and at this point there's just going to be enough units out that it's not really going to matter. Send them to there. Build some more racks. I'm pretty sure he's going to DT drop me now because we see a Robo and a Twilight Council. Get down. Nope. So I'm just going to even overcommit a little bit to our turrets, but that's okay. He has a lot of stalkers though. A little low on gas again. Back home. Those mines did a lot of damage to him. He his tech was also delayed that you know, he couldn't exactly have a observer out. There's his pylon. Stim is about to finish. We'll go attack with. We'll go poke with Stim, and see what we can get done. Worst comes to worst, we can just load up and drop into his main. That tech is all those gateways and that Twilight Counts are all very exposed. Little supply block. Calling down a depot is infinitely better than being supply blocked. He might have a pylon up here, but we're going to be more concerned about hitting our timing. He had a lot of sentries when we did our mine drop. We did see that, so let's scan, see what he's got. He's a lot of stalkers and sentries. This is weird. I feel like this is something like an overly complex Masters player would do. Yeah, he's got a lot of sentries, but we'll just drop in the back of his base. What's up? Let's see what he's doing. Put our Marauders in front just so that they can tank up a little bit more damage. He's tacking in a straight line with his sentries in front, which is less than optimal. Just macro back at home. We do this. We might actually survive. Even if we lose this army, we're doing perfectly fine. He has observers over our army, so we're going to kill those as well. Or at least try to. Yeah. Just spend more time. Force him to spend more time on his robo than he wants. Keep macroing back at home. We'll just send these medevacs home. We're perfectly fine with the amount of damage that we did there. Oh, I thought I had another eBay. Oh, shucks. We meant to. But through the powers of good macro, you know, we killed his entire army. We know he's been he's been building units, but we're in a really good spot right now. We're gonna just go kill him because he lost all of his gas units. Just add on more racks because we didn't see any real tech. He's still building. Save the medevacs. Save these ones too. What you got up here? Not a whole lot. And we just stim to win. GG. I'm gonna take a look at that replay and kind of talk a little bit about it. There's kind of a bit of a risk at with kind of what we did. So I didn't do this intentionally, but as I stated in the last episode that we did, a lot of players at this level just don't have a plan. And so when they don't have a plan, what you scout might not necessarily make sense. So we'll look at our Protoss buddy at ×8. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this like I'm a Masters player from right here. Okay, so right now what we've seen, we see two things right now, well 3 things right now, that, actually maybe even 4 things? Okay, we'll call it 4 things. 4 things that have, as a Masters player, if this was a Masters level game, the 4 things that I would look at. First thing is he went double Zealot and no Chrono. So we know that he has, that's kind of the second thing. He has Chrono and 2 Zealots. So when you go double Zealot, you typically want to send them across the map to be aggressive. But the fact that he kept them at his base with a wall really made me think he was trying to high tech. When we had just gotten right into this area and saw this, this was pretty scary to see at first. Then we get into his base, see his double gas. So if this was a Masters player, we would know he's teching. Also, the fact that he has Chrono would make me think that he had a Stargate somewhere so that he could Chrono out an Oracle. Plus the fact that there's only 2 pylons in his base, and he's even supply blocked. There should be a 3rd pylon, and I think if this was a Masters player, this probe would have built a pylon. But since this isn't a Masters player, we can't use that kind of logic. If we go forward into the game more, we can't let our play be dictated by logic. It needs to be dictated by safe, solid decision making. And he just expanded and threw down more gateways and just came and counterattacked us, which really caught us off guard. But we end up being okay. So if we just look, he's got so much gas mined. So again, an inefficient build that ended up working out for him because we tried to use too much logic to dictate what our opponent was doing. So we'll do one more game. Let me find my builds. I lost the page that I put them on. Is this it? This is it. Okay, cool. I feel like I messed that up a little bit as well. That build that was. That is. Build order. I'm just taking a look at the build order that we accomplished. 23. Looks okay. Oh, I know what we did. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, another Protoss player. Okay. So this build is the build that we used this last game and that we're going to use this game is just a little Marine Mind Poke. I don't know if this is a good build for this. Just because it is a little bit of a coin flip in the sense that if you know, he does do some sort of counterattack where we might be in a little bit of trouble, but we'll keep to it. I think what I'm thinking about and kind of musing to myself is I think this build is better against higher level players that follow the meta a little bit more. You know, the standard Protoss against Terran where, you know, alright, we're gonna get our mothership core and expand and then, you know, tech up. That's what this build is really good at punishing. Really fast teching Protoss players. But we'll give it another try. Worst comes to worst, we'll change the build in our next you know, and I'll post that subsequent build that we decide to do. We might just go back to doing like a 1-rax gasless expand into a just like a safe 10-minute timing. But so focusing on the game at hand. We are going to use the Marine Mind Poke this game though. So we won't actually scout this with the SCV because last time our Protoss buddy was random, so we really wanted to find out what race he was so that we knew which build to use to optimally suit our situation. Don't want to keep too many SCVs. I don't know why this 15th SCV comes up or came up, but
insufficient SB gas.
oh, I see something I'm doing wrong. Not supposed to build this Reaper. I didn't look at my build order. I was looking at our TBZ build order there for a second. Oh, we've already got our Reaper halfway done, so we might as well keep it going. Our timing is going to be a little bit late because of it, though, which is a pretty bad mistake on my part. How long did that delay us? Oh man, I can't tell. That our reactor was supposed to be, you know, 45 seconds earlier. All right, let's see. Okay, so in this situation, we see that he's got chrono, or he's got no chrono saved up. I really wanted to kill a probe there. Okay, and he's got a Nexus, so We know because we see where his minerals are going, that he's not going to be able to afford gateways for quite some time. Again, just want to keep this this Reaper alive as long as possible and just get as much return out of it as we can. Maybe try and scout again, see what he's... He might, you know, cut some probes or cut some stuff to get a, you know, earlier second and third gateway and a warp gate, or warp gate technology, and then, go. And, oh, my hotkeys are messed up. These guys. Did we lose that Reaper? Dang it. That was pretty bad. I thought I left him in a... I thought I rallied him back here and over to here. But apparently I didn't. When is this supposed to be leaving? Okay, so this attack is supposed... This little poke is supposed to be leaving 25 seconds earlier, which in StarCraft time is a long time. So we're pretty, Oh, dang it, we queued up another Reaper. That's a mistake. Part of this is to scout. Okay, we see a stalker kind of lurking. We really just want to get this guy burrowed in a good position. Really wanted to kill that stalker instead of that zealot. Okay, we forced out a overcharge, so we're pretty happy with that. We also kept our mine alive, but by the skin of its teeth. So ultimately, I think that was worth it for, what was it? A Marine. Nuts. Okay, so he has a forge, so he's going for an upgrade style. Well, he has a forge. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Because we see he has cannon, so we know he has a forge. Ah, no. Nuts. We see his observer. We kill his observer. Get our mine in a position where it can just be a little bit more annoying. Okay. He has too much stuff for us to really deal with right now. We see he warped in, so we know he has a robo, a forge, and 3 gateways, because we saw three rounds of warp gates. Cool. And so we just go home. Go home, I said. It's continuing to macro. Go home, I said! Nuts, man. Our stim is very poorly timed. Ideally, we'll have stim at the exact same time that our... approximately the same time that our medevacs pop. And as you can see, our medevacs are significantly earlier than our stim is, but we can still, you know, we can still be useful with these. Let's make sure he doesn't have a little trick that you can use. If you zoom in and out, you can it helps you to see observers a little bit better. But we can still, you know, we can still do stuff without stim. Even though obviously having stim is going to make any sort of drop play or, you know, timing push just that much better. We'll also take some tower control and get ready to take our third. He overcharged. We're okay with that. We still don't really know what his tech is. We know he's got a robo, but we knew that before. Add on more racks. Drop these guys out to heal. Get our shells going. Plus 1 armor. don't want to lead with the weak medevac. It's good way to lose units for free. Oops. We land our factory at his third just to see when he takes it. Mother of cannons! Okay, so he's probably gonna come back and deal with the drop that's in his base. Never mind. And then we'll just go over here. Just trying to pull him every which way that we can. Got a lot of stalkers there, buddy. We'll just back up. Macro back up. Got a lot of minerals. Add on a second port just because we're about to lose our factory. See, I want to take a look at the units lost tab after this game because we've lost very little thus far. And yet we've done a lot of damage. He's currently trying to take a third. We saw his stuff go over there. Add on more racks. Guy's gonna die. Build a turret and a bunker over here. What the heck? Why are we not building it? There we go. Let's find out where his army is. Scanning to find his army is always an okay thing to do. There's upgrades. And that third is really late for how long that's been cleared out. Kill it. Just go home. Make sure he's not. Oh god. He's got no charge, so he's in pretty bad shape right now. Because of shells on that immortal. Okay. Get our SCVs back on the mineral line. We're supply blocked. Add on more bunkers or depots because we've got a lot of money. Add on another CC. Start that guy. Ghost Academy. Not a lot of gas. We've got a lot of money, so a lot of minerals. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually just take 2 SCVs on each geyser and then just put them, rally them to go into the gas geyser as soon as they can. Just because, we're floating 1,200 minerals, so having, 6 or however many more SCVs mining minerals right now is kind of redundant. We'll send a double drop to his main, and then just stim everything in and, just do stuff. Be cool guys, and not afraid of anything. Scan his army, see what he's got. Okay, he's got some stuff. Start our Vikings. Out for a third. Oh, he does have a Templar archive. Look at that. Kill his tech. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. He's too late getting back there. Why is he taking so long? Ugh. Putting it right back in the exact same spot was not a very good decision on his part. And he sends his whole army back there. So we just sim, kill everything. Now we just go home. Just keeping Protoss off of his too many bases. I don't think this is going to be a cost-efficient engagement, but We're on 4 base and he's on 1, so just focus on the Colossus, kill whatever we can. Just keep macroing back at home. Take our another expansion, get our upgrades, keep our upgrades going, just everything we can do. Just tax our multitasking as much as we can. Send these guys home, they don't need to be there anymore. These marauders back here, man. Oh, PF. We have a lot of Vikings, I just realized. Run! You can live! Nice. I think we have enough Vikings. I know if he's got any more bases. We have every other base, so... And we win. I don't think I like that build so much for this this series. So I think next episode I do, we're gonna change up the build that we're doing. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. I think thus far this guy probably had the most well thought out build though. Or at least the closest to like a meta build. His splash damage was so late though, but let's see. Just takes an early expand with a Zealot and a Mothership Core. Just relatively standard. I'll find out what happened to this Reaper. Oh, the Stalker caught it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, double forge off 3 gates. Oh, I thought he had double forge. Whoops. So we've been exceptionally cost efficient at this point. Meanwhile, we just macro well back at home. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this build anymore. I feel like it's too reliant on our Protoss opponent playing standard. In that first Protoss game we played, our opponent didn't play standard. We almost lost because of it. So instead, at this level, we should be doing a safer, more standard, just straight up build than this, and just relying on our macro to win. So that's something that we're going to change for next episode. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If there's any feedback, feel free to leave a comment here or in the Team Liquid thread or the Reddit thread. I read pretty much all those posts, and if you want to follow me, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel here. You can follow me on Twitter at HeASC2 or my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/HeASC2. And that is going to do it for this one. So thank you all for watching. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys next time.